What is happening, YouTube? What's happening with the card market? What is happening with the baseball card market, and specifically the 2011 Topps Update Mike Trout PSA 10? What's up, YouTube? Ryan back today with another sports card video. Today's more of an update. Today is more of a what the heck is going on with the sports card market, specifically baseball. I'm just going to be focusing on baseball today. I could go forever on the whole thing. Iconic cards are just going up like crazy right now. Michael Jordan's Fleer rookie PSA 10 sold for $750K twice now. Kobe Bryant's cards are up to like $25K. LeBron's cards are up in that area too. Like, it's wild. Like, stuff is doubling, tripling overnight. It doesn't even make sense. So the main focus of today's video is going to be the 2011 Topps Update Mike Trout. Guys, this card's going crazy and it makes me so sad. I'm happy because I do think it was an undervalued card. But it makes me sad because I'll never afford this card now. I'll never buy this card unless I win the lottery or something, which would be dope. But that's just the reality of it. It's too expensive now. So as you guys saw in the picture before, this card sold for $10,000 yesterday on February 2nd. Absolutely insane. This was a $2,500 card last month. And I told myself to buy it, and I didn't do it because I didn't have the money. I almost did. It's just bonkers. I cannot wrap my mind around it right now. I can't. But I get it. I get it. We're going to talk about that too as well. I'm going to pull up his chart right now, and I'm going to show you guys just how much this card has moved just in the last month. So as you guys can see, this is a chart from January 3rd to February 3rd, which is today. And you guys can just see what happened to this thing. Back at the beginning of January, guys, $2,800. And I was kicking myself. I said, I need to buy this card because I know it's going to go up. You have people like Gary V preaching that slab cards are just going to go through the roof. Me personally looking at basketball and football of just iconic cards like that MJ and the Kobe Bryants and the LeBrons, just seeing how expensive they were. I personally thought this card was undervalued at the time at under $3,000 compared to the other sports. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit in just a little while. That I think this is a little bit of a negative effect for the baseball market. But anyways, $2,850 on January 4th. You guys see the price is pretty consistent. Moves up to $3,100. Moves up to $3,500. Starts going up $3,700. We have one big sale right here for $6,000 out of nowhere. Don't know who did it. Maybe it was someone like Gary V maybe, who was like, this card's undervalued, I'm just going to buy it. I know it's going to be worth more than $6K. Then it shot back down to $4,000, $4,000, dropped even more to $3,400. And I remember watching this happening. I was like, okay, cool. It's cooling off. Nope. This was on January 30th. January 31st, $4,500. February 1st, $4,900. And then yesterday. If we click on this, it's going to show them all. The price jumps mess up the chart a little bit, but we have the $10,000 sale. We have a $9,500 sale. $8,000, $8,000, $8,000, $6,200, $6,000, $5,500. $10,000 and $9,500 happened very early. I woke up to those prices and I was like, oh my God, what is happening? And then it did drop down a little bit. These 8,000 sales and then the 6,000s and the 5,500, those all happened after the $10,000 sale. So it did come down a little bit, but it's just crazy, guys. $10,000. That's just nuts to me. And I'm going to pull up this to show you guys the most recent sales because the chart doesn't update immediately. It takes sometimes a day or two to get everything on there. So this is the sale history. And as you guys can see, we have the 7, 8, hovering really heavy around 8,000. And then the 6,500, the 5,500. Some BGS 9.5s at 3,000. Even the PSA 10 packs at 1,500, which is just crazy. And then we have the 6,000, 6,000. The Diamond Anniversary went for $20K, which is insane. And then we have the 10K. So the 10K and the 9.5K happened here, and all this happened here, settling around 8,000, 7,000 being the last sale. So I think right now it's going to hover around that price point, 7 to 8. But I wouldn't be surprised if it went up to 10 again with where the market's at. The market has no signs of slowing down as of right now. It's baseball off season. What's this card going to be like if Mike Trout comes out this year and performs like he always does? Like, what if he wins MVP again? Like, I just don't know. It's so hard to predict with these off-season jumps that we've never seen before. I just have no clue. I would think it's going to blow up. That's my immediate response. During season, I feel like the baseball market's going to boom. But again, it's just so much uncertainty. We've never seen this kind of off-season jump before. So we'll just have to wait and see to know for sure. My prediction is that it's going to boom. Even the 89 Upper Deck Griffey, you guys, we were talking about iconic cards earlier, doing the same thing. You buy this card for $1,600 in November. Last sale being $5,000 on the first, you guys. The iconic cards are blowing up. If you have any of those iconic cards, grade them as soon as possible. Express ship on the PSA because the prices are insane right now. So let's just talk about this for a minute. And this is the main reason I wanted to make this video, is just to kind of share my thoughts. I don't know if I'm crazy about what's happening right now. I get it. So I read a lot of social media, Twitter. I see people saying like, you're mad about this because you can't afford it anymore. Are you mad about this because you own one? Which I'm not really sure why I need to be mad if they own one. But there's been a lot of people trying to say market manipulation. But it's kind of just a wild time. And there's actually a lot of hostility around this topic. So I wanted to address it. I think it goes both ways. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I think this is an undervalued card. Compared to other sports, this is the most iconic card for the modern day baseball collector. There's nothing that beats the 2011 Topps Update Mike Trout as far as a modern day. It was even a little higher than before the stimulus check. So I was just like, you know what? I'm like really cool with where the market's at right now. $3,000 for like the pinnacle baseball card, PSA 10. Like, I think that's awesome. Like, we're not going to see that giant, like everyone says, bubble with the market, how it's just going to pop and everything's going to be worth nothing. We weren't going to see that with baseball. So this price jump at 10K does worry me a tiny bit more. Like I said, it was an undervalued card. It really was, compared to those LeBrons and the Michael Jordans, Kobe Bryant, Peyton Mannings, Tom Brady's. Just the iconic cards are booming right now. And Mike Trout's being at 3K, honestly, it just didn't make sense. I knew it was an undervalued card. If I had the money, I would have bought one. So I'm definitely a middleman on this. I think it's great. I think it was an undervalued card, but I'm also a little more concerned that if there was to be a correction, that there's going to be a heavier correction on the baseball market right now. I have always been a preacher of like the last few months, year. Whenever I talk about the baseball market with friends, family, you guys, I've always said the baseball market's super healthy right now. It's amazingly healthy because it's not super overpriced like basketball. I think basketball, if there's a correction in the market, basketball is going to take a gigantic hit because pricing doesn't make sense in the basketball market. It really doesn't. Even football is inflated, but basketball is on a whole nother level to even football. I think baseball is at a super good market right now. Like Juan Soto Chrome Update just hit $500. Like, I'm cool with that because he's doing stuff no one's ever done at his age. So I thought the baseball market was super healthy, and I still think it's healthy. I do. Nothing really has jumped crazy other than these iconic Mike Trout cards and the Ken Griffey Jr. Like, those are the two most iconic cards, I'd say, for baseball as far as base. For more modern, like 89's not that old. Obviously, vintage stuff, there's some cards that have gone up, like Mickey Mantle's card just sold for like $4 million. But these are the most iconic modern day cards like we were talking about earlier. I still think the baseball market's healthy. I do think that the Mike Trout card was undervalued at 3K. I would like to see it come down from where it's at right now. It's, like I said, it sold for 10. It's hovering around 8 right now. I would like to see it come down to like 6. In my opinion, I think 6 is a good spot for it. Obviously, I'd love to see it come back down to 3 because now I'm going to try to buy one again. But I think 6 is like a good price, just so we don't push the baseball market over the top, you know. People start seeing these prices, other stuff might start going up. And I'm all for a popular and a hot hobby. But I also I love where the baseball market's at. I love where it's at right now. And a month from now, who knows? It could blow up. Definitely something I'll be watching closely, but just wild, you guys. Wild, wild, wild. Let me know what you guys think on this topic. What do you think about the Mike Trout cards going to $10,000 when it was just a $2,500 card last month? Absolutely insane. It's just mind-blowing. It really is. It's cool. I love seeing the hobby blow up like it is, but I have so many thoughts going in my head. I love it and I hate it at the same time. It's crazy. But yeah, guys, let me know in the comments what you guys think. As always, if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Appreciate it a ton. Thank you guys always for watching, and I'll see you guys next video. See ya!